Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of whatever this is. We're just gonna make a quick video on Pokemon Planet, which is a stupid MMO game that I played for, I guess, like 2.5 years. Um, and I just quit like 3 months ago or something. But I feel sad that I played this game for so long. But anyways, let's get right into this. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. Anyways, so let's first talk about this post on May 2nd, 2020. So towards the year, which is a day later, on the 31st, Flash will be ending. Flash ends December 31st, 2020. And Pokemon Planet is a game that runs on Flash. So basically, they needed to move this game to a new game engine called Unity, which is secure, way more secure, newer, I guess, like, and better in general. Okay, and this is definitely a good update if it ever gets implemented, but it doesn't. But we'll talk about that in a few seconds. Um, so so it's December 30th right now, and Brody still hasn't made this update yet. And let's just talk about what's up. So let's look at the last question because that's all I remember. I was talking with David yesterday, and we discussed about this post, and he told me that Brody edited some stuff. Let's see. What happens if the Unity WebGL isn't finished before the end of the year? Pokemon Planet will be temporarily moving to a downloadable Flash client. You know what was in place of this before? It said, well, I consider this pretty unlikely that it won't be finished. Pokemon Planet will be temporarily moving to a downloadable Flash client. What happened to this while considered pretty unlikely? Let's also talk about the promised updates of Kalos, of band system rework, clan war system rework. Did that ever happen? No, Kalos never got implemented. Band system rework never got implemented, and a lot of people are just banned for no reason. Okay, at least in my opinion. But I don't know. I'm not the administrator, so there's probably like reason behind them. But I just feel like a lot of the offenses are sometimes not that ban worthy. Anyways, let's talk about the Clan Wars rework, which also never happened because Clan Wars is still laggy as shit, buggy as shit, right? And you got people disconnecting upon entering the fucking arena a couple of weeks ago, and you have to give up double tokens to compensate that. Well, all I can say is that's just very sad. You didn't do your part as an administrator. You couldn't even code. I just think this is very sad in general. Okay, and now let's talk about this other post. In my last post, I talked about how Pokemon Planet will be moving to Flash from Flash to Unity, as well as updating our server software. You can find that post here. This post is to provide an update on what's going on, as well as a few more details. Well, this post is a lie because you edited the shit. And that's all I remember. I don't know if all the other parts are edited, but this part I'm for sure. December 28th, 8:55, by Brody. Okay, so you lied once again. I mean, you have a history of lying. Everyone knows that. You said that the new battle system, the Megas raids are gonna be implemented in 3 weeks, and it still hasn't appeared after 3 years. You hired another developer called Pronic, and you fired him after 3 weeks of working with them. And he worked on the battle system, and PPO got a new battle system, and it looks better than the old one. But guess what? You're not the one who worked on it. You just took it away from him and then took credit for it. I'm not sure this is what happened, but based on the Discord post, that's what I saw. Okay, so Brody, if you're watching this, I just want to say, you can tell me in the comment section down below that whether either your intelligence and your ability to estimate time is lacking, or you simply don't know how to code. You can tell me either one, and I'll accept either, because this is just ridiculous. You had fucking 7 months, right? You got May to the end of December to implement this one fucking update, because I didn't see you implement any other ones, and you failed to do it. And for those of you who's gonna tell me, oh, moving to Unity is very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very understandable that Brody didn't finish. No, because Brody said himself, I consider this pretty unlikely, which means he definitely has enough time to finish it. He's probably just smoking crack in a luxury ship in the Caribbeans right now, just drinking wine and indulging in marijuana. This doesn't add up. You had 7 months to implement an update, but now you want people to download what? Download a Pokemon Planet client and Flash from a third-party software that you might get a virus from. And I'm just gonna say that you shouldn't trust a person who's just constantly lying and constantly making fairy tales about what updates he could implement in a couple of weeks. You shouldn't do that. Maybe that download is actually a spyware that sends your information to the Chinese government, and they'll come to your house to arrest you. Who the fuck knows? I don't recommend downloading a Pokemon Planet client in order to play. You should probably just quit the game for 3 months, and when the game comes up again, in March 2021, or I'll talk about that later, you'll continue to play the game on the Unity client. Okay, so anyways, let's read this stupid post from Brody. First off, I hired 2 experienced developers to help with the port. Either these 2 experienced developers are just a made-up number, or they're Brody's cousins, or they're actually good developers whose Brody is just gonna kick after 3 weeks of working with them because Brody is an antisocial and a person who likes to take the credit of others, as you can see with Pronic. Right now, the estimated completion time is roughly 3 months, more like 30 billion years where the world ends. I do not think he'll be up with this deadline. This deadline will change. It's probably going to move back to like 2025 or something. There will be a couple of alpha and beta tests before then with limited functionalities. And he just says, oh, you can provide feedback and whatever. I'm just going to say, Brody, if you want people to provide feedback, at least listen. We got tons of PvP bugs in the bug report section, but you never even think about fixing them. I remember the taunt bug where you could attack first if you have protect on your moveset or something, right? That was just stupid as hell. And some abilities which don't even work. And the Selgor moveset, which I want to use, but the moveset just is not existent. You should just fucking fix your game. The deleted suggestions section on Discord. Because Brody realized, dang, all these people are making some good suggestions. I actually have to try to make the game better now. And no, let's just delete them. Because silence is the solution to everything. So my point is, if you want people to report the bugs, at least try fixing them. And so pretty much after Unity is finished, before Unity is finished, you will be forced to download. I talked about that. And we'll be able to replace the entire battle system code with Pokemon Showdowns. And I do believe this is a good thing because Pokemon Showdown has a history of way less bugs. Okay, it's still, like, I remember there's still a metronome bug, but it has a history of way less bugs than PPO, right? And it's somewhat of a good thing. I do think there still needs to be some distinction between Pokemon Showdown and Pokemon Planet to make sure that they're not the same thing. I know it's disappointing to have to wait a few more months, but I promise it will not be worth it. I have a lot planned for Pokemon Planet in 2025, and I cannot wait to make it all a dream again. So just keep your hopes low. If he implements the update during March, sure, I'll make an apology video apologizing to Brody about how sorry I am about the slander and lying about him. But it'll probably get moved back. Keep your hopes low. And I just love the comment section. Everyone's gonna be like, Brody, I love you. Brody, you're so cool. Brody, I'm excited for this new update. This isn't what you should do because this just gives him room. It just tells him that the community is gonna support him no matter what. They're still gonna love him. They're still gonna treat him as a god. Yeah, so don't do this. You're just pretty much just hurting the game if you're applauding at this nonsense. And to those sponsors who drop $10,000, or even those small players who drop $100, please stop dropping money on the game, because if you're dropping money, you're just telling Brody that I don't even need to work hard and people are just gonna pay me, right? That's just what that means. So if you drop money, you're just basically holding the update back, and you're not benefiting the rest of the players. I think that's all I have to say, and I hope the best of luck to all of you PPO people out there. Stay safe, take care, don't get COVID, and hopefully PPO will be updated by this time I die. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.